Personal Journey Overcoming Anxiety. Anxiety weighing heavy? Lighten the load with our support. This course set me on the path to success. Don't wait. Begin your journey today. Comment.
Elias, focus on the present and stop wasting time on things you can't control. Now imagine this situation. You made a mistake in the past. Maybe you said something you shouldn't have, or made a poor decision. Hard to concentrate, wasting your time. What can you burden? First, recognize that the past, how much you dwell on it, what's done. Ask yourself, what can I do now that will actually help me move forward? The reality is, we can't go back, but we can learn and keep moving.
I think we're gonna go with you guys.
That's good. Let me get the contract.
Last thing, you're SOC 2 compliant.
Second, bring your mind to the present using the 3 things technique. Voices around you. Observe the details of a plant, or feel the texture of an object in your hands. This simple exercise anchors your mind in the present and keeps of the past from pulling you away. Use your mistake as a lesson. The Stoic mistake is an opportunity to grow. Ask yourself, what did I do wrong, and how can I avoid it next time? When you see it as a lesson, you'll use for growth. Fourth, take action. Don't get stuck in fear or guilt. Take a step forward, even a small one. Action is the best way to break the thoughts. So, what are you waiting for? Take that first step without looking back. Always remember, life happens here and now. You can't change the past or control what hasn't happened yet. The only thing you have is this moment. It's up to you to make them slip away. So will you stay trapped in what's already happened? Or will you focus on the present? Lesson 11. About this. The value you give to your time is the commitment you accept out of fear of saying no, is like signing a blank check with your energy and letting others decide how much to take. Tell me, what price do you put on your life? Imagine you own a priceless jewel in the entire world. Would you leave it lying on a random counter for anyone to use as they please? Of course not. You'd protect it, guard it carefully, and make sure only those who truly value it could even see it. Well, my friend, you are that jewel. Your time is your most valuable resource, yet you give it away to anyone with little attention. The problem is, we often don't realize bad habit costs us. We get so caught up in trying to endless. We lose it in pointless meetings, abstractions that add nothing to lives. But let me be clear. Every hour you doesn't help you grow is one less hour you could invest in yourself, your dreams, and what truly. Let me put it in the words of Epictetus. If someone tried to steal your possessions, you'd do everything to stop them. So clear water. Every drop represents your time and energy. Bring it into cracked plastic cups all around you, trying to fill something that will never be full. What's left for you in the end? Exactly. Nothing. Just exhaustion and frustration. Protecting your time isn't easy, I know. Designed to rob you of every last second of your attention. But focus. It's possible. Activities truly add value to your life and which don't. Make a list, down your priorities, and compare them to how you actually say. Learn to say firmly but respectfully. You don't need to apologize to yourself first. Block those constant notifications. Limit your social media usage and carve out time for yourself. Whether it's to read, meditate, people may not understand, and you'll feel tempted to fall back into old habits. But trust me, every step you take toward better time management will be worth it. Focusing on yourself doesn't mean ignoring others. It means setting clear boundaries so your time and energy are invested in what truly matters. Here's the big question. How many yes to that actually deserve a no? How many something you knew wasn't good for you, just to avoid rejection or judgment? Remember, my friend, every decision you make about your time is a declaration to the world of how much you value yourself. Don't waste it. Use it with intention, because in the end, time. So tell me, what will you do with yours? Lesson 12. Stop fighting what you can't control. Think about the sea. You can swim, float, even surf the waves. But no matter how hard you try, you can't stop or control them. The sea has its own rhythm, and it moves on of what you do. In life, we often try to do the same thing. We want to stop those uncontrollable waves. We want to change situations that simply aren't within our power, like other people's opinions, the weather, energy you waste trying to change what you can't control. For Epictetus, the great Stoic philosopher, the secret was in accepting that we can't control the outside world, only how we react to it. It's not what happens to you that upsets you, but how you respond to it, he taught. Epictetus never wasted a second on things outside his control. He didn't worry about other people's criticisms or the twists of fate. He knew that the key to living peacefully is thoughts and actions, and that's the big lesson. Speaking of that, a story Mel Robbins shared on her podcast comes to mind. She talked about her son's prom night, when she tried to control every detail, from his shoes to the dinner plans. A turn. It started to rain, went as she had planned. To make things worse, neither her son nor his friends knew where they were after dinner. Seeing her frustration, her daughter said, "Let them. Just let them do whatever they want." It was in that moment that Mel realized the energy she'd wasted trying to uncontrollable. And when she let go of that control, she not only stopped worrying, but was able to enjoy the moment more. Now, you have a weekend getaway planned with friends. Everything is ready. The car, the destination, the activities. But when you arrive, you find that the accommodation isn't what you expected. It's to ruin the day, and to top off, some friends are late, delaying the entire plan. Be honest. It's likely that you get angry, frustrated, and focus on how poorly everything is turning out. But what and make the best of it. You can't control the bad weather or the delays, but the pathway of surrender gives us some tools to kinds of situations. First, identify what you can't change. This is the most important step. Ask yourself, can I do anything to fix this? If the answer is no, then let's to waste energy on what's outside your control. Second, use the time to do something productive. Maybe you can't stop the rain or avoid delays, but you can choose how to use that moment. Plan your next goals, simply relax and enjoy the break. Third, accept that things won't always be perfect, okay? Hall explains that when we let go our expectations for perfection, we begin to live more calmly. Your weekend plans might not be perfect in the positive side. So, my fighting. When you accept what you can't control, you free yourself. Matters. In the end, those waves will keep moving, but you'll be able to navigate. Lesson 13. The answer is always within. Let me tell you a story I think will help you understand that the answer, my friend, is all in you. Young man named Adrian, who lived surrounded by mountains. One day, he heard a wise old man say there was a chest of gold hidden at the top of the mountains, but only those brave and persistent enough could find it. From that moment, Adrian dreamed of discovering the treasure. Every night, he went to bed thinking, if I find it, I'll finally have every wealth and purpose. Finally, he made up his mind. He packed everything he thought he might need and began his climb. Along the way, he met other travelers who gave him conflict. Turn left here. Take this shortcut. Don't go that way. It's too dangerous. Confused, Adrian tried to follow all their directions, but the only thing he achieved was getting more and more lost. He decided to stop. He sat on a rock. For the first time on his journey, he stopped looking outward. He asked himself, what do I really want? Why am I for this treasure? What is my intuition tell me about the path I should take? In that moment, something shifted. Adrian stopped listening to external voices and trusted his own judgment. He followed his intuition, and with every step, he felt closer to the top. He let himself be guided by the beauty of nature, by the song of the birds. In the moment, he felt happier, more alive, and more connected to his goal.
How I'd learn AI in 2026 if I wanted a fresh start at 50. Watch.
Finally, he reached the sun, saw the chest half buried. I can't, he exclaimed, tears eyes. He ran to it, opened it, and nothing. The chest was empty. He was furious. Must have beaten me to it. How fair. But after sitting in solitude for a while, he realized the truth. The real treasure wasn't in the chest. It was he had built in himself, and the answers he had found by listening to his inner. Suddenly, Adrian felt free, happy, and fulfilled. Do you see? In the end, he had found his treasure. He is more than a tale. How many find with yourself? How often have you followed the advice or expectations of others, only to end up feeling lost? Marcus Aurelius summed it up perfectly. Look within. Inside you is the source of strength that will never run dry if you learn to dig in the right place. Life is like that mountain, and the treasure you're seeking isn't at the end of the path. It's in how you face your fears. Learn to trust yourself and discover who you are along the way. So, the next time you feel like you need an answer, don't rush to ask your neighbor or search online. Listen, because the answer is already within you. No one knows your dreams and desires better than you do. Lesson 14. Break free from emotional blackmail. Picture this. You're having a conversation with a lifelong friend, ask you for a favor, something you really don't feel like doing, or that doesn't fit into your plans. But they know this, and they use your closeness to influence you. They say things like, you know, I've always been there for you when you needed me, or I thought our friendship meant more than this. The obligation masked as friendship. Slowly, they wrap invisible chains around you, and you end up agreeing, not because you want to, but because you feel responsible for their. This is how emotional blackmail works. It's an invisible prison that binds us without our noticing. It drains us, makes us lose focus on what we really want, and steals our time, forcing us to live according to others' expectations. So, what are you waiting for to break those chains? The Stoics understood this well. They taught that we shouldn't be swept away by impulsive reaction. The key was to act with virtue and self-control. The wise man neither complains nor laments nor depends on another. True freedom comes from taking control of our emotions. without letting others manipulate us. You might think we're exaggerating, that emotional blackmail isn't that serious or doesn't affect you much. But let me tell you, you're wrong. Rafael Santandreu, a psychologist and expert on this topic, explains that emotional blackmail has a devastating effect on our self-esteem and emotions. Every time we give in to the manipulation of someone close, it's as if we lose a piece of our confidence with that person's something. Sound familiar? Over time, this kind of manipulation makes us doubt our own decisionally. Where does all our energy and time go to meeting others' expectations instead of focusing on our own goals? That's why Santandreu offers ourselves from this kind of manipulation and take back control, he says, is to recognize when someone is trying to manipulate us, and know without guilt. By doing this, we start focusing on our own goals and what truly matters. You might be thinking it's really hard to stand firm and set boundaries, but don't worry, that's what we're here for. If you're ready to break free from emotional blackmail, follow these steps. First, identify the patterns. Does this person always make it when you don't do what ask? Do they use phrases? Recognizing these patterns is the first step in identifying the manipulation. Every time you hear one of these laws, ask yourself if you truly want to do what they're asking, or if you feel obligated. Second, practice saying no firm respectfully. You don't need to give long explanations or I can't do that right now. But with practice, you'll realize you have the right to set boundaries without guilty. Focus on your own needs. Ask yourself, does this really align with what I want? Don't put yourself last. Make your priorities come first. When you keep your desires and goals in mind, it becomes easy. And now, reflect on this. Times have you given in just to avoid making someone uncomfortable? Times have you put others' expectations above your own plans? Break those chains of your time and energy. Remember, your life is yours on what truly matters. Lesson 15. Don't be perfect. Start something because everything wasn't just right. That perfect moment or to be an act before taking the first step. My friend, let me tell you something. Perfection doesn't exist. It's a mirage. Always one step ahead, an elegant excuse to avoid starting. Ship is ready to set sail. But instead of departing, you stay there, checking every rope, every for a day with no clouds or wind. Meanwhile, other ships are sailing by, flawed, imperfect, but moving toward destinations you can only dream of. And why? Because you refuse to go until everything is perfect. That's stuck at the dock, frustrated while life moves on. And this isn't just an inspiring metaphor. According to a Harvard University, perfectionism is closely tied to procrastination. Researchers found that people chasing unattainable standards aren't the ones reaching their goals. They're the ones avoiding tasks out of fear of failure or judgment. It's a vicious cycle. The more you strive for perfection, the less you do, and the less you do, the more incapable you feel of moving forward. It takes us far. The Stoics understood this well. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you wait for the ideal, you do what you can with what you have right now." Every small step matters. Every action, no matter. What's the point of waiting to know everything before you begin? If you never start, you'll never know anything. Think about it. How many things have you left undone because you didn't feel good enough? Maybe you wanted to learn a new language but thought you'd never sound like a native speaker. Or you dreamed of improving your health but froze because you didn't have the perfect workout plan, don't you? There's immense power in simply moving forward, even if you don't have
So I'm writing an essay on cats. Cats in art. History. I'm an art history major, and
Even if you don't have that, you make a mistake. Listen to me, I hope you do. Every day you practice, every small effort is building something bigger. The secret is consistency, not perfection. What could you achieve if you stopped waiting for the perfect, if you stopped making excuses and simply started? Because you don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to take the first step, then the next and the one after that. Remember, my friend, stumbling isn't failure. On this journey, it's not about being fast or perfect. So live flawlessly and start today. Because every step, no matter how small, brings you closer to the life you deserve. Lesson 16. What does success mean to you? Take a moment to reflect. Is the success you're chasing truly yours, or is it what others have convinced you to pursue? It's easy to fall into the definition of success: money, fame, recognition. That's why Have you ever stopped to question if you're pursuing something that genuinely fulfills you? Imagine that others wear proudly, but they're not tailored to fit you. You can try to put one on, but it will always feel too big or too tight. The discomfort will be constant. You won't feel right. Why? Because it's not your suit. It's not your success. Old story of the tortoise and the hare. The hare mocked the tortoise for being low. One day they decided to race. From the start, the hare sped ahead, but feeling superior, deterred by the hare's speed and unfazed by its taunts, kept moving forward. With persistence, the tortoise stayed abilities, never trying to compete with the hare or rush the process. In the end, the hare lost the race because it underestimated the tortoise's consistency. It judged the tortoise based on its perceived and overestimated its own. There are many lessons to take from this fable, but here's the one that matters today. It doesn't matter how fast others seem to be moving, or how successful your own pace focused on your own path. If we compare, the hare seemed like the better runner, right? But its abilities were useless because it lost sight of what truly mattered: the goal. The tortoise, on the other hand, defined success in its own terms, with person focus, reached the finish line. The Stoics invite us to reflect on this. Seneca wrote, "No wind is favorable for the sailor who doesn't know which port he's heading to. You. You'll drift aimlessly, chasing goals that don't fulfill you." Modern psychology backs this up. Research shows that people who pursue goals aligned with their personal values and passions are happier and more satisfied with their lives. On hand, those chasing objectives like social approval status often end up feeling empty, even when they achieve what they wanted. True success isn't measured in universal terms. It's measured by how well you live according to your values, and how you build a life that resonates with you. So today, I invite you to pause. Ask yourself, what fulfills me? What makes me feel alive? Here's a hint. Don't look earlier. The answer is already within you to have the courage to embrace it and follow it. So tell me in the comments, what does success mean? Is it something that makes you excited to get up in the morning? List of goals imposed by others. I'd love for you to share your idea of success with us. We're listening. 17th lesson. Be the absolute master of your time. Time slips through our fingers like trying to hold on to sand. No matter how hard we try, second all slips away. And if we think about it, what is more valuable than our time? Work, even material things. All of that can come and go. But time? we have, yet how often do we let it slip away without a second thought? It happens. We spend time on things that bring value. Hours wasted on social media, commitments we accept without want to, or tasks take us away from our goals. At the end of the day, we've only done things that don't bring us closer to what we truly want. As Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Think about how powerful that phrase is. The problem is how we use it. They taught us not to waste it on trivial matters, on things that add nothing or make us better forever. And we need to take that seriously. Being the master, taking the reins of your life and deciding what you truly those precious minutes to. Robin Sharma, author of the 5 a.m. Club, understands this perfectly. He's clear about one thing. Every day must start with a clear purpose. And how do you do that? Dedicate the first minute of your day to setting your top 3 priorities. Before the world bombards you with distractions, then create uninterrupted time blocks for those important tasks. Something simple yet powerful. Turn off notifications, create a distraction-free space, and commit to working with total focus. Also, dedicate quality time to yourself. Take a walk without your phone. Read a good book or simply sit in silence. It's not about doing more, but about doing what. Because as Sharma says, time either you use it intentionally or it slips away forever.
Did you know that our mind can be wasteful? We grow so much food. That's what
Let me share something personal. There was my life when, honestly, I was losing focus on others. Endless meetings that led to notice, replying to emails that barely mattered, and social commitments I didn't even enjoy. I could hardly dedicate time to my partner. We were together but not connected, because my mind was always somewhere else, worrying about 1,000 things. And my health? Forget about it. Didn't take care of myself at all. I ate whatever I found, never exercised, and every day I asked myself, what's the point of all this? That feeling of letting myself and those who mattered most down became overwhelming. One day, reading Robin Sharma, something clicked. I needed to take control of my time, that only I could decide what to dedicate my hours and energy to. I started making small changes, dedicating more time to my partner, and focusing on improving at work. I left distracted by little. I became the master of my own time. And, most importantly, my life. You might be wondering, why are you sharing something so personal? Well, my friend, because I don't want you to go through what I did. I want you to be the absolute master of your own time. Identify your time thieves. Are they social media, distractions, unnecessary meetings? Make a list of those activities that steal your minutes each day. Once you identify them, minimize their impact. Decide if they add any value or if it's better to. Each day, before you start, write down 3 things and bring you closer to your goals. If you could only accomplish 3 things today, what would they be? This simple exercise is powerful and stops your time from slipping away on meaningless tasks. Blocks for each important activity. Set aside in the day just for you, for your work, for your relationships. Don't let anything interrupt those blocks. For example, if you've decided to spend an hour improving at something, turn off your phone and focus solely on that. This kind maximizes your time, but also boosts your productivity. Remember, being the master of your time means the master of your life. Stop wasting it on what doesn't matter, and focus on what truly brings you closer to your goal. In the end, no one will value your time more than you. So, how are you going to time today? Share with us in the comment. Decide what you really want to dedicate your most valuable falling, learn to rise. How many opportunities have you let pass because you were afraid to fail? How many times have you said no to something that deep down excited you? Of course, you didn't feel ready to take the leap. Let me be clear with you. Those are all excuses. They sound plausible because your brain knows you so well. Yes, you heard that right. And no, this isn't a scold to help you see things as they are. We've all been there. The fear of stumbling sometimes pushes excitement of something new. We freeze, we doubt, and we stop moving forward. Don't dare to fall, you won't get hurt. But you also won't live the life you could have lived. Do you know what regret not seizing those moments, the opportunities that life gives you, perhaps only once? They regret wasting their time by not daring to fail. Imagine you're building a bridge self toward the life where you're truly focused on yourself without wasting a single moment. Every mistake, every stumble is like a plank with your feet. Is it comfortable? Yes. Is it scary? Also, yeah. But if you stop moving forward because one plank isn't stable, you'll never finish crossing the bridge. The key isn't avoiding those shaky planks. It's learning to step on them with said. What stands in the way becomes the way. Falls aren't obstacles to your progress. They are the tools that allow you to be knew that every stumble brought you closer to the life you desire. Understood that falling isn't a setback, but part of the growth process. Being stoic means accepting falling and using it as an opportunity to become stronger. Yes, I know this all sounds beautiful, but when you're in the heat of the moment, the stumbles can be terrifying. So here's something that might help you next time life feels stuck. Where you are, pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How can I? Every stumble carries a lesson that prepares you for the next step. Focus on what you can control. Yes, it's a Stoic classic, but it works. Don't waste your energy on what's already happened. And every time you rise, you're not starting from scratch. You're starting from experience. Listen closely. Your falls, but everyone will see how far you went in the end. Don't waste your life. Rise. Get more strength.
That's so true. You know, you're gonna fail. It's just what it is. You don't know everything. Because if you did, you know, you wouldn't fail. You would go through it flawlessly. But I'm gonna end this and come back with another part to it. If you guys looking for live mentorship, join my email list. Free blueprint. Earn while you learn. Payment plans available. I appreciate the new subscribers too.
Personal journey, overcoming anxiety. Anxiety weighing heavy? Lighten the load with our support. This course set me on the path to success. Don't wait. Begin your journey today.